This is Jay Martin.
What's up, guys? Jay Martin here, investor and host of The Jay Martin Show. Really quick video for you today. I want to communicate what I feel is the necessity we all have of increasing our personal sovereignty. Now, depending on where you are while you're reading this, you may be fortunate to live in a country that we could describe as safe, predictable, and just, or at least most of the time. And if so, be grateful for this. Be grateful for your access to food, jobs, and options in your life. Now, I was born in the 1980s in Western Canada. And if I look at the development of my homeland over the 30 years that I've been alive, 30 plus years, I've undeniably lived my life in a bull market, right? A bull market in access to healthcare, education, food, career options. And this is not because of anything that I did. It's just the dumb luck of where I was born, when I was born, and then living through continually improving circumstances. My life kept on getting better. Now, the downside, if there is one, to living through a prosperous time is that if and when things change, we are more likely to be unprepared. Human beings commonly make two big mistakes. Number one, we confuse good fortune with competency, right? Classic example of this is investors feeling smarter in a bull market. We know this. But second, we fall victim to recency bias. We assume our immediate future will reflect our immediate past. And let me explain where I'm going here. I'm not forecasting a massive shift in events, some big geopolitical change. I acknowledge that things look a little grim at the moment, but in the long term, I'm an optimist, and I will always bet large on human ingenuity. I actually believe that the American experiment is still in its infancy. Now, I could be wrong, and if my life's bull market ends tomorrow, I want to have measures in place that ensure I can decouple myself from the macro trend around me, because if the system turns the same as it lifted me up, it will pull me down just as fast. I'd like to avoid that if possible. So if you are fortunate enough to have been surrounded by opportunity and choice, then I believe it's your obligation to generate personal wealth. A surplus of wealth gives you the optionality to be the rock that somebody else may need to lean on. And in my opinion, the world needs more rocks. So I encourage you all to find a way to run your surplus. Put your cash to work, produce more than you consume, live beneath your means, and store the balance. Now, an early mentor of mine once told me, there will be people unable to complete their fair share. So it's up to the rest of us to do more than our share, and hopefully everything will be all right. And that always stuck with me. So I believe I need to deliver an 11 out of 10 just as a baseline. So I pour this Kool-Aid at my company, and as a consequence, my top performers all have side hustles, and it makes me nervous, of course, to know that a key player is building a side business in their spare time, potentially compromising my future plans for her. But I have to practice what I preach, and I preach multiple streams of income, multiple opportunities for capital gains, and multiple stores of wealth. Now, if you succeed in this life, you don't have to give back to anybody. But if you're running a deficit, you don't have the option. So take control, take the power. It might just be the least selfish thing you can do. I write about how I'm doing this in my life in my weekly newsletter, and you can subscribe for free by hitting the pinned comment right beneath this video. Have a great day.
This is Jay Martin.
All right, thank you for watching this interview. Now, 3 things before I let you go. Number 1, I publish a weekly newsletter and I love writing it. I share my biggest takeaways and action items from the conversations that I have on this channel. In addition, my thoughts on current events, economic events, political events, and you can subscribe for free. Just hit the pinned comment right beneath this video, or just go to jmartin.club and you can subscribe on the website. I'd love to have you join the team. Number 2, ad revenue from this channel is donated to an organization that is super close to my heart called Zero Ceiling. Now, Zero Ceiling's mission is to end youth homelessness, and the way they do this is by giving at-risk urban youth the opportunity to relocate to beautiful wilderness areas and then provide them with supportive housing, career training, and just generally positive influences on their life. I love what they do. Check them out if you're interested. And number 3, if you prefer to listen to my content as opposed to watch it, you can find me wherever you listen to your podcasts. Just search for The Jay Martin Show. All right, thanks again.